But again, you see, it's just an ordinary car.
A belated field trip by 3 of Europe's top leaders to Ukraine's former front line. Germany's Chancellor sombre. So too, behind him, the Prime Minister of Italy and President of France. This was once a nursery, no more. Surrounded by armed guards and journalists, they learnt about the horror Russia's war unleashed on the town of Irpin outside Kyiv. Then it was on to meet the president. Olaf Scholz, armed with a briefcase. There's been friction between these two over what Ukraine sees as German sluggishness at gifting weapons and its stance on Russia. Next came Emmanuel Macron, warmly embraced, and with the longest of handshakes, despite mistrust here too over how far he may want Ukraine to compromise with Russia to end the war. The visitors didn't come empty-handed, pledging support for Ukraine to receive candidate status to join the EU, a significant move that will anger Russia. They're giving military support too, but with the war still raging in the east, the German leader warned any prospect for peace was still very far away.
So it is clear for me, as the French president mentioned, it must be made clear to Russia that it can't push through a dictated peace, that it won't succeed in dictating Ukraine's conditions. That can't be accepted, either by Ukraine or by us.
This united front also on display at a meeting of NATO defence ministers in Brussels. Allies are offering more weapons to help Ukraine in its fight. But will it be enough to win? Britain's Defence Secretary seems to think so.
I think the Ukrainians have and will have in the next few weeks the capabilities in their hands to make significant progress in the east of the country.
Optimistic language, and it's clearly the goal. But Ukraine is losing around 100 fighters a day to Russian fire. Russian artillery outnumbers Ukraine's 20-1 in places. What Western allies here at NATO are hoping is that their weapons, while fewer in quantity, can be more effective against Russia's if used correctly. For now, in eastern Ukraine, Russian weapons are still dominating. Moscow will be doing all it can to exploit this advantage before the West's deadlier guns start firing back. Deborah Haynes, Sky News, Brussels.